Right, good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. First of all, let me apologise for not uploading on Monday, but life just got in the way, it sometimes does that, and I just did not have the time to film, edit and get a video up for you guys on Monday, but I'm back today with another video. Now I've got a couple of announcements before I start today's video. Number one is a very exciting one, something I'm very proud of, and it's actually made my day today. I got an email from YouTube today letting me know that my channel that I've worked so hard on, put so many hours into making the content on it, was going to be featured on the trending page on YouTube as a creator on the rise. Now if you guys don't know what that means, if you go on the YouTube app here, as you can see you've got all the buttons at the bottom. This one here, the second one in, says trending, and if you click on that, it shows you all of the stuff that is trending at the moment. So it'll show you all sorts of videos from lots of different creators and lots of different TV stations as well, things that are currently trending. First couple that you'll see are like a couple of wrestling ones and some talk show stuff, and then if you scroll down to just after the third one, you see right there, camera doesn't really want to focus on it, but can you see that right there? Your boy the Savage Garage is on there, and in that blue box, if you can't read it, says creator on the rise. And that is absolutely mental. That will show up, I think, on absolutely everybody's YouTube. So if you click on anyone's YouTube, even if you're not subscribed to my channel, and you go on the trending page, that should show up. So to me, that is absolutely crazy that they've chosen my channel. They've seen the hard work that I've put in, they've seen the numbers over the past few months, and they've added me to the trending page as a creator on the rise, which is just mental. It means a heck of a lot to me because I put a lot of time and effort into each one of my videos, and to be recognized by YouTube officially like that is just mental. So I just want to share that with you guys, because without trying to be cheesy and cliche, without you guys watching the videos, I wouldn't be on there. It takes two to tango. I have to make the content, but also people have to watch it, and for you guys to support, watching every single video, liking it, sharing it, whatever you do, commenting, it all helps and added up to get me on this page. I just can't believe that my name is sitting right there, so thank you guys very much, I really appreciate it. Now with that out of the way, quick little announcement number two is that I am actually filming on a completely brand new camera today. I've moved on from the Canon G7X. I will still be using it occasionally, but at the minute I'm using the Canon M100. So if I'm doing more sit-downy videos like this, I feel like this camera is going to be a lot better. Let me know if you like the quality of it. Hopefully it looks a lot better than my old camera. And so with those little announcements out of the way, we can actually get into today's video. So what I'm going to be doing today, I have owned the Mondeo now for 1 month, one solid month of driving it, owning it, changing bits and pieces on it. And in that 1 month there has been some things that I have picked up on that I really like, and there's also been some things that I've picked up on that I don't like. Now this is usually called like the 5 things I hate and the 5 things I love, but I think hate's a little bit of a strong word. I don't actually really hate anything about the Mondeo. The Mondeo is a fantastic car, it works really well for me, so I'm not going to say hate. This is just 5 things that I dislike slightly and 5 things that I like about the car. I'm going to go through the list. I'll also add some footage in of each thing as I talk about it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Whenever I miss a day, it always feels weird. It always feels like I've been gone for ages, but it's literally the last thing I uploaded was Friday, so it's only been, what, 5 days or something. But anyway, let's get into the video. So we're going to start off with the 5 things that I dislike about the car, because we can start negative and we can finish on a positive. Now, number 1 on the list is first and second gear. You might be asking yourself, what do you mean first and second gear? What is wrong with first and second gear? Now I don't know if this is a Mondeo thing, I don't know if this is a Mondeo diesel thing, and I don't know if this is just like a diesel thing in general, but from what I've read online, first and second gear are actually restricted. They've got a torque restriction on them from factory to stop you from breaking the gearbox, I think is what people say, and doing any damage to any of the components. I can kind of see why that is a thing. However, it does get annoying when driving the car. If you're at some lights and you want to have a little bit of fun, and you want to pull away from the lights with a little bit of speed, only up to the speed limit of course, first and second gear are really boring and slow, and they don't seem to do a lot. It's only when you get into third gear that the car really pulls. If you've ever driven a Mondeo or if you've ever driven a diesel, you'll probably know exactly what I'm on about. It can get a little bit annoying, but like all the other things on the list, that is a pretty small thing to worry about. Now the second thing I don't like about the Mondeo, and this again goes for most diesels, is when they go wrong, they are quite expensive to fix, especially in the engine area. Compared to petrol engines of its era, it's really expensive to fix. If the injectors go, which is a common problem, as you know, my dad's have gone on his diesel before. There's so many things that can go wrong on a diesel, and when they do, and if you don't know how to fix it yourself, especially if you're going to have to end up paying labour costs on top of the already expensive diesel parts, you're going to be in for a pretty hefty bill. It's something I've already noticed when looking at parts for the Mondeo. All the engine parts are about 3 or 4 times what they would cost on a petrol, so there is that downside. Although because I work on my car myself, I do have the ability to save on labour, but that still doesn't take the cost down of parts. Now number 3, this is more specific to my Mondeo itself. It probably doesn't happen on every Mondeo, but my rear window is always misty and the demister is always so slow to demist it, especially in these colder conditions. If I've driven the car somewhere, by the time I come back to the car, if I've just gone in the shop or if I'm going around someone's house, when I come back out to the car, the rear windscreen is always fogged up and the demister for the rear windscreen always takes forever to demist. Now I don't know if that's just my car, I don't know if that's a Mondeo thing or what, but it seems to take forever, and I've never had the issue on any of my other cars. They seem to clear really quick, but the Mondeo, I don't know if it's because the windows are tinted, I don't know if that makes it demist slower, but that really is quite annoying because I like to be able to see out of my back window, especially with such a long car. When you're reversing and stuff, having a misted window ain't much fun. Now while we're on the subject of having a long car, that is actually number 4 on my list of things that I dislike. Although it's got its perks having a longer car, because obviously you have more space in the car, when it comes to parking and parking spaces, not only is the car long, but it's also quite wide, and as a result with modern car parking spaces, they are so small, you either just about fit in the lines to the side of you, and you also will poke out the end, either the front or the back will be poking out at least a few inches, which is always quite annoying, but that's what you get for buying a saloon car, I guess. Now number 5 on my dislike list is the stereo. Now this is something obviously that's again more specific to my Mondeo. Not every Mondeo has the same stereo, but the stereo in my Mondeo is a boring one. It is just a standard singled in, no Bluetooth stereo. It's pretty boring. It doesn't have many features, and also the steering wheel controls don't work with it because I haven't got an adapter or anything. So that's kind of like one of my main modifications I want to do to that car, is I want to get a new stereo in there. I want to get like a touchscreen, something with Bluetooth, sat nav would be nice as well, something like what my dad's got in his Mondeo. That's what I want to get in there because it's starting to drive me crazy having to like use the AUX cable and stuff like that. It's got to go. So there we go, that's pretty much the 5 things I could think of that I don't like about my car. It really took me a while to come up with those 5 things, and they are quite nitpicky anyway. The Mondeo is a pretty solid car in most respects. There's really not many things that I could think of that I dislike about it. And so let's turn this video on a more positive note and let's go to the things that I like about the Mondeo. Now as I said, one of the things that I dislike about the car is the 1st and 2nd gear. Well, one of the things I do like about the car is that 3rd gear is very fun. As soon as you get up to about 20-25 mile an hour and you get the car into 3rd gear, then the car just seems to like come alive. That's when the torque restriction is all gone and it really pulls. It's the same with 4th gear as well. The transition from 3rd to 4th, as soon as you get it in, you put your foot down, it just goes. Like there's just torque for days. It's so torquey, it's ridiculous. Now another feature I like about the Mondeo is the heated windscreen. In this weather, when you come out to your car and the whole windscreen is frosty, usually you'd be out there with a scraper, your de-icer, you'd have your car running for ages trying to get it to melt. Having a heated windscreen is a godsend in the winter, especially in this country. Not having to be out there for 10 minutes scraping your car before you have to go anywhere is amazing. I literally get in the car, turn it on, heated windscreen comes on automatically because the car knows when it's frosty, and the windscreen will de-ice from being completely frozen to having no ice on there whatsoever in about a minute tops. It happens so quick, it's crazy. Every car should come with a heated windscreen from factory, if you ask me. Number 3 is sticking on the subject of weather. The climate control in the car is amazing. For those of you that have never had a car with climate control before and you've just got the sort of normal heater dials, it's a constant battle in a car, especially in the cold weather or in the hot weather, to keep your car the right temperature for you. A lot of times if you've just got normal heating, you'll get in the car, turn your heating on full whack, have it on, and within a few minutes you are like sweating, wanting to take your coat off because you're boiling hot. And then you've got to play with the dials again, which can become dangerous if you're driving. So with climate control, you just have the ability to set it exactly how you want it, and the car will keep it at that temperature. It will make it colder if it gets too hot, it will make it hotter if it gets too cold, which is just lovely. No need to mess around with any heater dials or anything like that while you're driving. It's a lot safer and it's a lot more comfortable. Now number 4 is the boot size. Now I did moan previously about having a bigger car, but that does come with its perks, and having a large boot is amazing. I like to take stuff to the dump every now and again. I'm always sorting out my junk and taking a bunch of stuff to the dump. So having a big boot and then be able to take all that stuff in like one trip instead of having to make 2 or 3 trips is amazing. You can fit so much stuff in there. I did a dump run only a few weeks ago. I had probably about 8 bin bags in the boot. Didn't even have to put my seats down or anything. It was crazy. There's so much room. You will never run out of space in a Mondeo boot. Now the 5th and final thing on my list of things that I like about my Mondeo is the turbo noise. Of course I'm going to mention the turbo noise in this video. I'm the sort of guy that really likes my music and usually I have my music on quite loud, but I find myself in the Mondeo more often than not turning the music down, opening the windows a little bit, just cracking them both and just sort of boosting it, letting off, boosting it, let off, because it sounds so good. Now it sounds so good that I'm going to go outside now, I'm going to set a GoPro up on my car, I'm going to let you listen to the actual exhaust, because you guys have only ever heard it from inside the car and it sounds a lot better at the back of the car. So insertion of those clips right now. Doesn't it just sound amazing? You can see why it made the list of things that I like about the car. It sounds so good. That is of course with the help of the Decat and the Cobra exhaust system. It just makes the turbo sound amazing. Great choice from the last owner for sticking that exhaust on. It really has transformed the car. And when I get a proper intake on that thing, which I am looking for a good intake for that, I do want like a proper cone filter and stuff set up on that car. And once that's on, I think it's going to sound even better. So that's it, that's the 5 things that I dislike and the 5 things that I like about the Mondeo. There's really not that many things I dislike about the car. I've said it over and over again. That car is the best thing to ever come into my life. It's been amazing. I'm still sort of in like the honeymoon period, but I'm hoping that's never going to end. I really do love the car to bits. There's not many cars in its class and at its price range that can do as many things as that car can, or as good looking as well as that car is. It's a very, very good looking car for what it is, a big saloon. It looks aggressive, it looks sporty, and I really love it. So that is it. That's all I've got for you. My question for you guys down below is, what are the 5 things that you like and dislike about your car? And let me know what car it is as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for future content. I've got lots more stuff that I want to do to the Mondeo physically, and the next video will be me working on some sort of car. I don't always like doing these sit-downy videos. I am more of a hands-on guy, but time is of the essence, and that's just how things go sometimes. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.